Welcome to talkit.tech. If you want to know how I think you can double your reach on LinkedIn using live video replays, then you are in the right place. Stay tuned. I'm going to share some statistics with you. So over the last week or 10 days now, I have been producing short videos live on LinkedIn. So they are running for between 10 and 20 minutes and they're largely unannounced. So a post will go out on LinkedIn 15 minutes before I'm due to go live, and what will happen is that people will see me going live on LinkedIn. But then at a later point in time, they will also see a notification saying Martin was live, and they have the opportunity to go and watch the replays. So I have been looking at those stats for the last week, and they were fairly surprising. So let's just go have a look at my LinkedIn profile, because there's a couple of interesting things to note on this as well. So this is my profile, and the first thing that I noticed was I decided to go initially live just horizontally, but I have the capability through Ecamm to go live vertically as well. So it was interesting to see what those stats did comparing vertical lives with the horizontal lives, or at least the replays. I wasn't really that interested in people joining me for the lives. It's just a passing moment, and it's passing very quickly, so it's unlikely they would actually see it unless I'd promoted it a lot earlier. That's kind of phase 2 of the testing. But phase 1 of the testing was, let's just go and see what things look like and compare things with static posts. So if I come down to my profile here, I've got some featured stuff going on, which is previous videos, and some of those have been very successful in terms of reach and comments and engagements. But as we scroll down, we're going to see a couple of things going on within my profile which are quite interesting. So in terms of activity, that last post that I have done on the left hand side was a static post. I didn't boost it, so it hardly reached anybody at all. If I boost it, it does reach a lot of people. But if you don't boost things on LinkedIn, your posts just drift off into the wilderness and hardly are seen by anybody. Next over, interestingly enough, is a vertical version of a post that I did yesterday. Now you can immediately see that on my feed, that is showing people a live recording of that vertical little live that I did. So you've immediately got some interactions. That happens to be showing me saying how terrible other tools are than LinkedIn in terms of designing things. So you'll have to ignore that. But as I just flick over these, you will see that anything that I've done in vertical appears way larger than my posts which are in the horizontal. So I found that interesting in terms of somebody flicking down your feed for your profile and seeing the difference between the horizontal and the vertical, because the verticals are showing up extremely large, and I love the fact that we're getting this preview of what's going on. So those are different post types, so a static post versus a vertical post, and I'm glad you're now seeing a better version of the vertical video going on. But let's have a look at that in terms of events. So all of mine were different events, and this one's telling me, this is interesting from a LinkedIn perspective, that this event that I'm currently running has ended already, which it clearly hasn't, because I'm still live. I'm pretty sure about that. But let me have a look at the concise version of that, which is show all video events. So it is on this screen telling me I'm live. So there's still some weird confusion going on with LinkedIn in terms of displaying things for you. But if I roll down these, you can see there's versions where I have gone live in the vertical, and it's just showing me this sort of beige coloured image on the screen here, whereas the horizontal is giving me the preview. So again, that's LinkedIn doing some weird things. But those two were identical. Talk IT behind the scenes, how to design for full screen and for your phone. So 106 views on the replay within 24 hours of the vertical version and 34 views of the horizontal version. If I roll down, I did one the day before and I got 80 views in the vertical version. And as I roll down, I can see I've got various different versions of the horizontal talks that I've done, and they're all averaging. I've got 183 on that one, but they're averaging approximately 100 views on each one of these. So every time somebody is looking at these posts, it's going to record it as a view. So that's got to be a lot better than just an impression on a static post. And I haven't had to pay to boost any of these. But the interesting thing to me was that if I look at my statistics from around last year, I reckon they were about a quarter of it. Nobody was looking at live video replays at all on LinkedIn. So I was maybe getting 20, 25 replays of live videos. And now it's averaging 100 live replays, and in particular in vertical on the phone. So I'm not paying anything to get these boosted, but I am getting a lot of views which are real views. Now I would like them to be lasting a bit longer. They tend to be averaging a couple of minutes through the actual content. I would like them to last longer. So today, for instance, I have cropped out my 30-second countdown timer that I had in before and jumped straight in to say this is what you're going to get from this session. So I'll be interested to see whether that has any effect on the average view time. But certainly in terms of statistics, in me just popping on live for a few minutes and then following the same trend in terms of the topic, because that is what LinkedIn likes you to do nowadays, repeat the same topic areas and see what the engagement is. I think it's counting this as engagement each time people go and view the videos. So they're presumably sitting there on their phone going, oh, that looks interesting. I'll watch that for a couple of minutes. And that, at least for me, means I have exposure to that individual. So next time they see something, maybe they'll watch another video because they look pretty cool on the vertical format. So if you're watching this in horizontal, then pop over to the LinkedIn app and pick the vertical version. You will see next to the vertical version, apart from the fact that it seems to give you a beige view, that there is a little phone icon, and that appears on your app as well, and it seems to default to that on the app as well. So when you're on the app, it's probably not going to show you the horizontal version, which is great. I don't want you to watch that. I want you to watch the vertical version on the app. So if it doesn't click on the vertical version, but my experience thus far is that it seems to default to that within the app. So when I'm looking at all of this, and I'm going to investigate further, it's only a fairly small sample size of 10 days worth, but that's 1,000 video views I'll have got over those 10 days. There's no way I was going to get 1,000 impressions or 1,000 responses to a static post. So I think that LinkedIn is actually boosting the post live replays. Not sure. I don't know if anyone's sure, to be frank. So I'm not offering a one of these wonderful solutions that say I've got the formula that's going to make you a millionaire tomorrow. But what I am doing is telling you what I have seen thus far, and I've been pretty impressed with the amount of people watching live video replays. So that is it for me today. I'm just going to say cheerio from sunny Edinburgh. If you are watching this on the replay, drop me a comment or a thumbs up or something like that so that I can measure some interaction and feedback post-event. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.